people design a card and then they create supplies for everyone else to make. So there's one using that cheerful basket bundle, which Cheryl asked me if I could do some, Cheryl or Kathleen asked if I could do some things with it, but I don't have this bundle. And then I put out an all call to see who does. And people didn't respond, and then one of the gals actually used that in the shoebox swap. Here's a really nice one. I love this set. And then here was another. In this one particular, I can't remember the name of the set, but you can do it for all sorts of different occasions. Then there's this pretty, I love this really clean, oop, there's one underneath there. It's just really sharp and clean. I love this one. And then we have the aspen tree dies for a happy Halloween, and did a silver moon behind. That's nice. We have a gather together. This was from the Pretty Pumpkins from last year's mini catalog. Oh, and the 3D cable knit. And we have one here, Grateful. This one here, you got to, first you inked it up in a yellow, I forget what color we were using, and then, oh, she used, I remember now, she used a kaleidoscope pad to stamp first, and then did the kissing around the edges for the different color leaves. And then I'm going to apologize because I didn't color the turkey. I didn't color the turkey. And then the card that I did was the squirrel one that had the little peekaboo flap that I had done a video for. I had double stamped all the squirrels because it's a two-step stamp and you really got to line up those different parts and pieces or you are in trouble. So those are some great cards for fall. Love it. I did one in the summer and we did a holiday one. So it was kind of like we already did our holiday, so I went back to fall. Okay, so you might have seen my video where I did these little cute little pouches with the Celebrate tags. And I'm just gonna set a couple of them here for you to see. Well, I'm just gonna set them all here for you to see because you're gonna see how it all comes together. There's a little Celebrate Birth one. All of these are created using the different parts and pieces from the Celebrate Tags bundle. We also have our Scary Cute things here. And so I want to show you the Celebrate tags and the ideas of how you can create cute like shaker tags and things like that. And so I wanted to also highlight again these fantastic treat bags or gift bags that we have. They are really sturdy. They're in the mini catalog. They're waxy inside, so you could put, you could even put little food things in there. But what I love is you have those holes with the stars, and so you can put things behind there. And so we are going to start by putting a piece of Designer Series back here, and you see now how it is showing the little snowflakes through the stars. I think that is so pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue or my tape runner and just run right along this edge and the opposite edge. Then I'm going to carefully slide this down in all the way down. I'm going to turn over and I'm going to go ahead and actually close the bag and just press down, because then that adhesive is going to get pressed into the opposite part there. And these bags are so sturdy. So sturdy. And so there we've got that. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to go ahead and bring another one out, because we're not going to stop at that really pretty Pacific Point Christmas. We can also get in here with our stars in gray, because now we've got kind of that Halloween almost idea. So I'm going to do the same thing here. You just slide that panel down. Try to do it without getting that tape to start sticking, right? That's always a little challenge, but it works. As I say that, and that guy just stuck. But what's nice is, because it's waxy inside, I can kind of pull that away from it. Sure I can. Oh my goodness, why do you want to give me trouble? There we go, all the way in. Fold it down. And now I've got that inside. So both now have a designer series paper in there, and you can tell a little bit of type of holidays that we're doing. Now, I have 2 pieces of window sheet, and I already have them cut at the size I need. They're 2 inches by 3 1/4 inches, and I'll show you why I have that. I'm going to bring in the Celebrate with Tag stamp set. Oh, Jean, you're a friend of Char's. Oh, I see. That's great. And then we have the coordinating dies. Now this set was designed that you would be making some different types of tags. And this is the die that I used right here to do the little pouches. All I did was die cut it, fold it up, and use some tear and tape for the sides, and I was all great. There's also this one here. And when you do this one, you fold it in half, and the top of the tag then has the scalloped ends that fold over and that folds up whatever you attach it to. And we have some great things. We've got birthday candles, we've got the fun hearts, little banners. There's 2 little banners actually, which are great. The balloons, the mittens, and I just love that. I just love that whole mitten idea. All right. I have already die cut out this here. But what I wanted to show you is, notice I already have this square die cut out. And how I did that was I laid this down on my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. And then I put the rectangle right down at the same time and ran it through. Now, you might say, well, what do I do? Do I do it here? Do I do it here? It's not going to matter, because when it's all said and done, these flaps are going to fold in and get glued down, so the opening's the same no matter which way you do it. So front and back is the same. So I've already done that. And then how I measured my window sheet, which come 12 by 12, and you get 2 sheets. Hey, Becky. Oh, no problem. Hey, Linda, welcome. People popping on, I'm so glad. Is basically all I did is I just measured the opening across and the opening up and down between the tab. So I didn't come all the way to this point here. I just came to the tab right there. And so I am going to use my tear and tape, just because I think it's a great adhesive to hold things down. And so I'm going to come right along here. Tear that little excess off right there. I'm going to come right along here. And this is getting ready to put my window sheet down. That window sheet's going to hold all those little sequins that we pop in here. And I also need one across the top. There we go. So now I'm just going to use my little take your pick tool to peel off all these little doodads. Except when you overlap them. And then it doesn't want to come off. That's funny. There we go. This one doesn't want to because I have it, but if I just get underneath it here like so, then I can. All right, now I have all of that exposed and open, so now I'm going to take my window sheet and I'm going to lay it right on top. And press, 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 just like so. Now I have my window, right? And now I'm ready to close up my tag. So how I do that now is I'm going to put these flaps in, and I'm going to put my tear and tape right along there. Same for this side. There we go. And just like I did the other things, I'm going to bring in my tool. Sure I am. There we are. You know, when I work with this stuff at home, oops, I need to trim that. When I work with this stuff not on the camera, you guys, everything goes perfectly smooth. Like trying to get your dimensional backings off or things like that. Hey Bee, hey Cindy. Oh. Come on. It's giving me troubles, guys. I told you. Usually comes right up. There it is. Woo! All right, and so you already have your scored lines. So now all we're gonna do is, I like to take it like this, and then I like to simply fold and just line up the one side and just slowly walk up. And there we have it. Now, notice I have these strange trees in the background and they are upside down, right? That is not what we want. So one of the things I could do is I could take this and glue it right down to the back. And I think I am going to do that because I just don't want to see all that. But if you were going to do that, you would want to do it before you close it like I just did. I didn't think about my little designer series paper doing that. So I'm going to put this down in here. I'm going to take it off, guys, just so I can do this. There we go. Now it's the same. Okay. So if you were using a designer series paper that had that background like that, there, I just solved the problem. I have the piece that I die cut out and I could use it. So now for this, the sequins I had that would really work out well are these snowflake sequins for this particular one. So I'm just going to take them. I am going to go ahead and I should use my fingers to do this. I'm going to drop some sequins in. I always say the more the better. One thing I did not use is I did not use my embossing buddy on the window sheet. That is a good idea to use like a dryer sheet or use the embossing buddy because the window sheets can tend to have static on them. Now you're going to say to yourself, well, that's great, but the sequins can come right up out that top, right? Not a problem. We are going to be gluing that shut. I'm sure there's an easier way on how to do that, but I'm just going to take my liquid glue and close it. I don't think they have the snowflakes sequins anymore, of course, but that's okay. And so there we have our fun shaker of snowflakes and the little glimmy, glimmy, glimmy. It's so cute. All right, but we are not done. Of course we're not done. In the dies, we have the circle, and we have the snowflake. And so we are going to die cut out both of those with our mini. And we are going to use the Pacific Point got to make sure we can get through our machine. We're going to use our Pacific Point and then the wonderful white glimmer paper. So there's our circle. Here, I'm going to do them both at the same time. So let me rip that. Got my circle, and then let me get my glimmer paper. Love, love, love. Love, love, love the red and white glimmer paper. And then our snowflake, just like so. You bet can't see both of them, huh? I'm going to come back on the snowflake just because it's going through glimmer paper, which is much thicker. There we are, our circle, and then our fancy, fancy snowflake. Yep, yep, yep. Move it out. All right. So, Shar, what's your weather like in Wisconsin? Jean, you guys, what is it going on there? Oh, good save, yeah. I was just saying earlier when it was just Lynn here, I cannot believe that we are going to be like 90 degrees on Sunday. That's just like blows my mind. Just going to do one little dimensional right there. My little snowflake's going to come right in the center, right there, while I shake a, shake a, shake a, shake a, shake a. And then my ribbon, use that dazzly, dazzly ribbon. is going to come up through them holes. Oh, I did it long enough to do my bow. Sometimes I don't think about length when I'm cutting my ribbon, and I really should. Because I can't tell you the number of times I've had to recut my ribbon because I didn't do it long enough. This is not one of those times. We're almost there. We're almost there. I need to do my little taggy egg, tag. There it is. My little tag. And, oh, that's right. I want to use the Let It Snow for this. Because it's snowing, right? And then my Pacific Point. I should clean up as I'm going, guys. It's like I'm making a mess. And what am I stamping it on? My scrap white. Let it snow. This is from the Joyful Flurry stamp set. So pretty. If you saw my video with the pouches, you saw me doing a lot with this and the dies that go along with it. There's two sets of the snowflakes. There's the ones, the outlines, of course, that do all of the ones in the stamp set. And then there's the fun extra ones that you get. Look at them. I mean, wowzers. And then there's two great labels there. So, snowflake galore. And I do like the font of the sayings here. Okay. Just tearing my paper because I have to cut out the sentiment. Oh. Should have done that all at the same time. Yeah. That little Let It Snow fits so perfectly right in there. I can't even tell you. That is not the block I need. This is the plate I need. Block? I said block, didn't I? Okay. Here we go. Oh, hey, Deborah. Hey, Kelly. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I know you had some health things. Okay. And then this little guy is just going to go right in here to the Let It Snow. So he only needs a little bit of glue at each tip. Like, how cute is that? I almost feel like, oh no, I can see the shaky's real. I feel like maybe that's a little too big. Might have been cute not to do the circle and just do some of the glitter snowflakes instead of doing that blue Pacific Point center. That maybe. And for my little shaker, I am going to use dimensionals right there, just two, to put it to the bag. And so then I can put my goodies in there. I can put the sides together like this. I can wrap my ribbon around not just the tag, but I can come around to close my bag off. Pinch it closed and do a cute little knot on the side over here as well. Be easier if there was something inside because it would have some weight to it. Come up a little bit there, just like that. And have another color ribbon would be great. I've got to get going on updating my ribbon. All right. Well, there we have it. It's kind of a little wackadoodle right there. Don't know that I like that. But there's our little shaky tag. So cute. Yay. All right. Now I'm just going to show you real quick, just again, how to make the shaker again, is that you would have on your plate your die, and then the window is the rectangle, and you can have it on either side because the width is the same. So I have that here. Now, I love this because as you see on the back side of this, the window showing through is going to be the white with the stars. I think that's fun, and I'm going to just let that be. I don't mind it. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a thin line of the liquid glue because maybe you don't have tear and tape. You can take that liquid glue right along that edge there. Just a little bits of it. You don't want too much because when you put your window sheet down, oh, what did I just do, you guys? Oh my goodness. Did anybody was screaming at me saying, Mary, you're doing the glue on the wrong part? Oh, because this one I did the rectangle on that opposite side, and I did that on purpose because I was going to show you whether you did it here or did it here. So that will be totally good. It'll dry. I'm not worried about it. Oh my gosh, losing my mind. You want to do the window sheet on the side. That's going to be the window. Hello. Yeah, with the other one, remember I had the window with the flaps, and this one, but you can see how the liquid glue will smear. Do you see that? And so you just need a little thin line of that liquid glue. And it takes a little bit longer for it to dry, right? Oh, that is so funny. So then, once you have those things there, you go ahead and you take your tear and tape. All right, if it was there, it would bite me. Oh, under the dimensionals. You put your flaps down. Just like that. Oh, you guys, and the card I'm going to show you today, oh, it's called A Tale of Two Colors. Yes, A Tale of Two Colors. So, you know, when you get the beautiful Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, which I'm using right now, of course, because I love it, because you can do this with cardstock too. You don't have to use Designer Series paper. But gosh, why would you do all that work of using plain color when you can have a really cute pouch with all these designs? Anyway, when you have that beautiful Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, you know they have the different color groups that they use for them, and they tell you what colors are included in the paper. But you notice when the designs of the papers where it's like, okay, well, it says it's, let's see, it says it's garden green and something else, but then that particular, and then we just go ahead and fold it up, right? All right, there we go on that. But you know, and so you can't necessarily use that one color because it's not running through it. And so you're like, oh, I can't do that, right? So now what are we going to put in there, you guys? I'm going to still put in the snowflakes because guess what? You can't really tell when you're shaking it and everything. There's all these little just sequin colors and all that. So I'm just sticking those in here too. It doesn't matter. You won't really notice. You won't go, hey, that's snowflakes. It's really okay. The other thing that would be really, really good is for me to take some of this black glimmer paper, and if I had something small enough to punch it out and put it in there as well. And I'm going to really quick, I apologize, but I'm going to go look really quick for a second because I think I have a little star or something I can use. Aha! I found it. Sorry, you guys. You're going to think I'm just crazy. But I am. I have the star punch. It's kind of a big star, but I think it'll be great. Just toss a couple of them in there anyway. They're big. They'll still shake. They're just plain black on one side and... Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yes. All right. Now, remember I said I need to close the lid. You also could have a strip of... Well, I was going to say you could have a strip of the tear and tape, but I don't know. If you have a better idea of how I can close the top of the pouch, you guys let me know, okay? That's just the first thing that comes to me is liquid glue. Oh, you have that, that star punch. The one that I just used? Oh, and look at that, guys. We have the fun stars just floating around there. Some are glimmery, some are just the black. I love it. But there it is, just like that. How easy is that window sheet, right? It really is. It's not hard. The window sheets are not hard at all to use. And everything's shaking just fine, even though I use the liquid glue. You just have to make sure you're using a thin line of the liquid glue to do that. And here is my little thing here. Now this time, I am going to take this ribbon, and I'm going to make it nice and long. Oh, you know what? No, I don't want to use this ribbon. I want to use my black ribbon. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. This one. We don't sell it anymore, though. We do sell the white glimmery, but we don't sell this one. Oh, you guys, we're falling. We're falling and we can't get up. Let's see. Did I make the screen any better? Oh. My camera's falling down. Okay. Let's get a lot of this. So then I would come around the top of my bag like so. I'd have it filled with goodies. I'd go around a couple of times. Oh, I really did a lot of ribbon, didn't I? And then I would do my knot. Bring them together. Even up the ends. And then put my tag through. The ribbon through the tag. Both ribbon ends, please. Right through. Then I can do a cute knot. It's holding it there. So I like that idea of going around the bag once I have something in it a couple times, and then putting it, the ends up through it, right? Now, okay, I'm sorry. Let me get rid of that terrible mess. Then we're going to bring some little dots. And I am going to use the white ones, just because I've got the gray. And I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one down over here. And another one down here. And then we are going to grab, so I don't know, Lynn, you might remember, do you remember when Stampin' Up! Put out a few things where you then would mount them on the wood on either side and put the label along there? How funny is that, right? Well, it's true, they did. Now I want to see about this one, this little banner here, and see if either of my ones from this will fit. Well, for sure not the long one, but I can do this one. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get the Memento ink. My sequins out. Yeah, this one was called Halloween Frights. But it didn't last very long, them doing that. It really didn't. So I have Spooky Nights. And now, my gosh, you guys, I actually was stamping with the wooden block. And I was thinking to myself, how did I ever do this and keep things straight, or even stamp where I was supposed to stamp? Because my gosh, it's been so long, right? Oh, I just couldn't do it. It just was so strange. So this was hard enough, but since I was just doing the little words, it really didn't matter because I'm then cutting it out. So, but wow, it's been so long. Yeah, sure, you've got some of the oldies too, I bet. And there we have our little Spooky Nuts. Isn't that cute? I like that little banner. That actually works with the stamp set too. The banner works with the Made with Love. It goes right here and turns around and goes like that. So you could die cut them out, raise them up with dimensionals like that. So let's go ahead and we're going to put our little Spooky Nights, kind of like we did with the other one, just because I have no creativity on the little tags, right? No, that's not it at all. So I love the white, little Spooky Nights. Let's hold that for a minute. And then, because we can, we're going to take another moment to bring in the super cute Scary Cutes. And should I do the kitty cat, black cat, or should I do the black castle? I think the castle. I think it's got to be the castle tonight. I'm not doing the circle from the Celebrate with tags because, again, too much is going to get covered up, and I want that white. I like the white stars showing, or the white background. I'm going to have to get some new plates. You guys can see how horrible. Look at my plate. Now, you guys, I want to remind you, with your mini Stampin' Cup emboss machine, as well as your standard, you need to be turning your plates over. You need to, when they start getting warped, turn them over, turn them around. And also, Sometimes people struggle a little bit with the mini, getting it to start and go. Well, you've got to know that as your plates start to warp a little bit, or you get a bit of thickness going on, you can see how this looks in the camera. You can see it starts to get pretty spread out here a bit, right? So it's always helpful to take your top plate and just have it go slightly in front of the bottom plate, and then you should have no trouble with it going through. I don't ever have any troubles like that, and you won't with your standard size cut and emboss machine. The standard size one is very heavy. That roller piece in there is very heavy, and so it's not going to be have troubles like that with the plates, but you do still want to rotate and turn them around and things like that periodically. When you have a plate that's starting to warp or starting to get you can press down the center because it's bubbling up, that means it's time to turn it over. Turn that thing over. So here's that cute haunted house. It is so cute. And it's just gonna be put on our tag, I think just over here, so we can see those shakers. Shaking, shaking, shaking. We just need a little glue in the center because it's not gonna be touching much. And I'm just gonna put that right here. And there is our Spooky Nights gift bag with goodies in there. Obviously, we don't have any goodies in there, but you know, we would. And we have all those fun stars in there shaking. Oh, fun, 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 you guys. That was great. Let's take a look at our little snowflake one. So that was where I put my tag down with just dimensionals, and then I didn't have to have any other kind of thing to close it. You could have just left it and given it that way, or that one wraps around the whole bag. So fun. All right, now give me a second here. I am going to be sharing you a tale of two colors. You're gonna love it. But I need to put these guys back in their envelope because I don't want to lose anything. I love the hearts dies that are in there because all of the dies that are in it, they have a nice edging that they give my scaredy cute dies. That they give a little stitching or something like that, which is great. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Get rid of these ribbons. Okay, a tale of two colors. So I am talking about the beautiful designer series paper with the Boughs of Holly suite of products. This particular designer series paper right here. It is so pretty. It's got just some really great earthy tones. We've got forest scenes here and these rich greens. It's just really, really pretty. And so when you look on the back of your designer series paper packages, as you know, when I stamp, I let those determine my colors that I use. So the Boughs of Holly. It says Cherry Cobbler, Evening Evergreen, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Poppy Parade, Real Red, Sahara Sands, Shaded Spruce, Soft Succulent, and Soft Suede. Alrighty. So when I look at this page right here, this one, this seems to have a lot of those colors. I see the Old Olive, I see the Shaded Spruce, but I don't see Cherry Cobbler here. I kind of see, to me it looks like Real Red, if you can even see those dots. So I also see this page. And in this page right here, I think that's supposed to be Shaded Spruce, but I see garden green. I'm not sure, you know, so it's like, okay, well then I just take out my cardstocks and I say, all right, which one really does go, right? So I have some garden green. Now notice that designer series paper did not say garden green in it, but I'm using some garden green. I have garden green sprigs that I've already die cut out, but I also have evening evergreen sprigs. Because remember, evening evergreen was talked about. I have white. I have this piece. And remember I said, man, I really feel like there's some garden green going on here. And so I'm going to hold that up for you to see how well this garden green goes with this particular piece. Okay? All right. So let's talk about putting this card together. It's going to be lickety-split. Well, I say that. I've got that piece, but first I want to put a white layer on. How slick was that? I caught myself. Oh yes, the Boughs of Holly designer series paper is very, very nice. And you guys know I love to do designer series paper and just let it be the star. So I have a piece of basic white that I cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and then 2 that I'm layering the designer series paper, which was cut at 5 3 3/4. Then I took a piece of the basic white and I put it through the time-worn 3D embossing folder. And this piece was cut at 2 3/4 by 4 by 2 3/4. I know I usually tell you that I will use my liquid glue for embossed pieces so I don't press out that embossing. For the sake of time right now, I'm not doing that. Then I have my piece for the inside. And for that, I am going to stamp, let's see, my garden green. And I'm going to stamp here's the Leaves of Holly stamp set. We have Season's Greeting and Christmas Wishes. From your home to ours and to friends near and far, joy and peace. And I'm going to do the Season's Greeting on the inside. I also have this piece of designer series paper. Of course, remember I talked about how we get excess pieces. I don't know if that's kind of wide, but I like it when we cut our designer series paper. So you always have these excess pieces. It doesn't go all the way across, so I'm just going to make sure I'm even on each side. And I'm putting it at the top. I'm not putting it at the bottom because we generally want to put a note there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I have got to order some more Stampin' Seal. I opened up my last refill and went, oh my gosh, that's my last refill. Yikes. Now, I went ahead and I die cut out a piece of this pretty banner here from the Painted Labels. It's this one right here. I used that. And I am going to stamp the one that says, From Our House to Yours. Oh, From Our Home to Yours. Excuse me. And I have a little dent here in that tag, so I'm going to do it right here. From Our Home to Yours, and it fits beautifully in that spot. All right. Now this piece, it's kind of that white on white, and I'm going to raise it up with some dimensionals just to give it some dimension. It'll give it some shadowing so it looks raised up. And we want it because since it's on color, tone on tone, we've got to give some space between it. There we are. So now, we're not done yet. We've got some things here. I'm not using these evening evergreen ones because I don't feel that the evening evergreen, it actually goes with the garden green real well, but I don't see it in here. I maybe see it a touch here, but go away. You'll see that in my tale of two colors in just a minute. Now, I need to grab the leaves here. There's two of these beautiful leaves that we're going to use. But I also want to show you something right now. This one and this one in the die set. So when you have this die set, you're thinking to yourself, what in the world is this piece right here? Well, it happens to go with this beautiful piece that when it's die cut out, you actually get to have a piece that you'll do in another color, like some sort of green, because this is going to be cut out all and have a bunch of open space. So let me show you what I mean. I have it here. So I went ahead and I die cut out this guy right here. And this is what it looks like. This is kind of, you can do some kind of neat things here. One thing you could do is you could lay this whole thing down on another green and then fussy cut around the whole thing, and then you'd have that green there. But you can also use this die piece right here in a green, and when you do that, you then have this piece that goes ahead and lines up just like so. So you can have your greenery, and then maybe you're going to stamp your season's greeting. In fact, I will stamp my season's greeting. Hello, I have it right here. So I've got my green there, and I would just glue it down and then stamp your season's greeting. You guys think I can stamp the season's greeting all cockeyed like this? You want to challenge me, see if I get it straight? Ha ha, I did. I got it straight. So I have my season's greeting in garden green. I did garden green cardstock there. And then you glue that together and you've got a beautiful little tag there. And then think about putting that on some sort of brushed gold or something like that. So that's how these two pieces coordinate and go together from the dies. I was staring at that for a long time thinking to myself, how, where, what do I do? All right, so these guys I need to die cut and get those. And I want to show you, I really want to show you them because as you're trying to take out the parts and pieces of those holly leaves, it can be a little challenging. All right, now this is just a basic white piece. It's not thick basic white or anything like that. So I'm not going to go back and forth very much. When you actually have these dies and you put them through a dark colored cardstock or any of the other colored cardstocks, those cardstocks are a little bit thicker. You will definitely want to go back and forth a couple of times. But this is just basic white, so I'm going to go through once like so, and then I'm going to come back. I wanted you to see the die, while we die cut these out, to see how intricate it is. So you see this guy here. And when you think about what's coming out from between there, see your left, which is this little thin, these thin lines here. So it's these bigger chunks that are coming out of it. And you just, because it's basic white, it's pretty easy. But see how fine detail that is? It's gorgeous, isn't it? And then you do have in your die set, you've got your outside that you would then do in your greens and layer just like we did with the label. Okay. Now this guy here, he doesn't want to come out. Sometimes I can just drop him, but not right now. So I'll just do a few holes here and it'll come right out. There it is. Well, come on, you were coming. What'd you just do? You just pop back in there on me? Fine. There we go. But you can see here now what the big parts that come out of here. You got to be a little careful, like they got that piece right there, but you don't want to rip right there. So always have your tool to do that, to get those out of there. There we go. So there's two beautiful holly leaves. And again, I can then use the outline die and get green behind there if I wanted to have color behind there, because I'm not going to have color behind there today. All right, now we are ready. So I need a little tiny liquid glue. Not on very much of that. I want the little one first. Almost done with our card. It's awesome. And I'm going to have this guy right here. Still have a little spot on that one. And this one's going to come right here. Then we're going to get a few of our little sprigs. I get a little bit more glue right here to get him down. Oh, I'm way over there, aren't I, guys? Sorry. And then hit this here. Thank you for saying I'm creative. Actually, this particular card idea I got from an Australian demonstrator. Similar to a bit of what she was doing, but you know, I always take people's ideas and then I just try to make them my own a bit. I'll do another one here. Notice I'm just doing a little dollop of the liquid glue. So that garden green just goes so well with all of that, you know. And then remember it said there was cherry cobbler in here. And I mean, I see cherry cobbler down in there, but all this is lighter. So is that lighter cherry cobbler or what? So I have this real red sheer ribbon, and I like light ribbon like this. If I can grab it and make my bow. I'm having trouble grabbing my ribbon these days. I don't know why. There we are. Let's trim. All right, and then I'm going to use a glue dot, a mini glue dot. And guess what that ribbon's going to do? It's going to cover all those little ends. I'm going to do 2 mini glue dots on this. And that's going to go right here. trim that just a little bit there. It's a little rough. From our house to yours, well, from our home to yours, season's greeting. That is using Garden Green with that particular designer series paper. Now I'm going to show you another one that I did using the same layout, the same everything, but I changed up my color. So one of the other colors that talked about was Evening Evergreen. So here is one done in the Evening Evergreen. And it says, to friends near and far, season's greeting. So you can see, I'm falling down again, you guys. Why does that keep going down on me? So two exact same layouts, but just a little bit different in those tones of colors. I can really see the Evening Evergreen in this. I can really see, right, that cherry cobbler on that one. So there we go. A tale of two colors. Yeah. So, you know, I do know that we had a beautiful set in the holiday catalogs last year that had beautiful hollies and the berries. And sometimes people say, well, gosh, Stampin' Up! Just kind of starts to sometimes come out with the same things. And I was listening to a creator, one of the creative designers, who were talking about sometimes they do come out with something that's similar, but what they've done is they've solved a problem or they've just done it better. And I have to say, this Boughs of Holly suite of products, they have just done so much better than what the other was, definitely including the holly berries. So much better. Just saying. All right, you guys. Oh my gosh, you know, today was my giveaways, September giveaways for people who placed orders in September. And as I'm looking here, I think Becky might be the only one. Oh, wow. There's so many great people here, you guys. Oh my gosh. Cindy, did I even say hi to you? Did I say hi to Deborah? I think I said hi to Deborah. Anyhow, one of the things I want to share with you guys, starting October 1st, my shopping rewards is coming back. It's called Mary's Cafe Coins, shopping rewards, and you get to collect coins. And when you've collected your coins, you get to redeem for that's supposed to say $30 reward. It used to be $30, but it's now going to be $35. But for every $25 you shop, you collect a coin, you keep track of it, and then when you've collected your 20, you earn the $35. There it is, $35 shopping spree of anything that you want. And yeah, sometimes I'll do double cafe coins and things like that, but that starts October 1st. Yay! Oh, Kelly, are you still with us? Okay, so giveaways that I have are the vintage Christmas bottles in the mini, the snow crystal stamp in the mini, the sweet candy cane bundle, the Twigs and Sprigs, the very best occasions, the Wisteria Wishes bundle, the Happiest Hippos, the Wonderful World bundle, and the embossing toolkit. Exciting. And again, it's for people who had placed orders in September, and I am going to draw a name here. And it is Brenda, and my little Miss Brenda is not with me tonight. So I will have to set her aside just so she can pick. And I need to grab another. Miss Ann, and Ann also is not here. So I will have to let her know. And I have Miss Becky, and Miss Becky is with me. So Becky, you've got lots of things to choose from. So just with everybody here and stuff, I mean, I just don't know if there's something in particular that you know you want right away. But I'm just going to let my others lady know that they can choose. The Sweet Candy Cane Bundle, you got it. That is going to go to Miss Becky. Awesome. Where did my pen go? Here it is. Miss Becky. All right, and then the other ladies can choose out theirs. Oh, and Miss Becky, you know what? You get to choose another. So is there one other thing there? And then I'll let the other gals know what is left for them to choose their items from. And then Becky, I'm going to be pulling for Mystery Hostess, which is $45 in free hostess dollars that you'll be able to go shop with and let me know all of those wonderful things you'd like to get. But I'll be doing that in an email to you guys. So Becky, is there any of these other ones that you thought of right now? Oh, you guys, and I have one more thing to talk to you about. October 4th starts a big promotion. October 4th starts the Wisteria Bundle. Oh, yes. You'll love it. It's a joining special that begins October 4th. The usual is $125 for $99. But I'm going to switch over, guys. There we go. It's usually $125 of product for $99 when you join Stampin' Up. And now, beginning October 4th, it's going to be $155 of choice of merchandise for $99. Oh, you sure can, Becky. Yeah, instead have the twigs. Yep, you sure can. I'll write that down for you, Becky. There you go. And like I said, I will email the gals and you as well, Becky, about the mystery hostess part and who's going to win that mystery hostess. And like I said, it's $45 of free product in that mystery hostess. Lucky, right? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed my projects tonight. Yeah, the Boughs of Holly suite of products is awesome. But right now, you can't get the suite because the dies are not in stock. So you kind of have to wait or buy things separately. But, you want to get your bundled savings, right? Well, thanks for joining me. And those that you are new, Jean, thank you for joining. Friend of Shar's. And Kelly Showalter Johnson, oh my goodness, she's a teacher or was a teacher with North Kitsap. And Deborah, thanks for joining. Don't get to see you that often. And for all of my other besties, thanks guys. Appreciate you being here. And until next time, you know what I'm going to tell ya. Yeah, happy stampin'.